I want to provide a different perspective on seeking marriage. A lot of people seek marriage thinking that it's going to fix or provide something for them. Without knowing it, they are expecting an extra source of happiness. Someone to wake up to, have on their side, someone they can surprise and serve selflessly. But that's not always the case. It is so important to be equally yoked because marriage is harder work than most people realize. Even an ideal, healthy marriage takes a lot out of you. Even when they hear people say it's hard, most people just shrug it off and assume theirs will be the exception. But marriage is a lifelong commitment between two different, unique personalities. Usually under one roof. Poor communication is usually the culprit to the breakdown in a marriage. Even if your communication is flawless, is your partner's? Will you even know how to communicate in a way that they can receive? In marriage, you'll have disagreements, and you don't get to go home at the end of them. You don't get to hide behind your screen and wonder what to text next. You're in it. All while real life is still happening and signals are being sent to both parties that may get misconstrued. You don't just get over it by ignoring the problem, shutting the door, clamming up, or going silent. But it's the easy way out, and over time, you'll want to do this. These communication issues will tear you apart. You have to work through your issues, and usually one partner bails before they get there. What's worse, even people whose hearts are dead set on God will find their marriage pulling them away from the Lord over time as their marriage becomes an idol. So what I say to people who are in love with Jesus, don't pursue marriage at all. If He wants you to be married, then He will send you someone and you will be equally yoked. But stop looking for it. Pray for it once, if it's God's will, and focus on other stuff. If you are begging God every night for a husband or a wife, then you are already idolizing it. What good is it to gain the whole world and forfeit your soul? I don't think women of the 21st century understand the weight of marriage. We are strong and independent and have more rights now, so it's harder for us to adhere to the word in this, but the word does not change. Marriage is a gift to men, Proverbs 18:22. Even a virtuous Proverbs 31 woman is a gift to a man. Jesus tells husbands that they can put us away for infidelity only, Matthew 5:31-32, Matthew 19:8-9. But women don't even get to initiate divorce, 1 Corinthians 7:39 and Romans 7:2-3. A woman can only escape marriage if her husband dies. God is not heartless, and we certainly can flee from abusive marriages, evil, but the right to divorce was given to men. So stop underestimating the work put into marriage. Here is how I say to prepare for it. Go watch The Ugly Side of Marriage, all the YouTube videos about betrayal, abuse, narcissists, cheaters, murder, horror stories. After each one, ask yourself, if this happens to me, can I still love? Can I forgive and move forward trusting God? If the answer is no, then don't seek marriage. You don't want to expect the worst in marriage, but you will be hurt in some way, and when you make a vow to God, it is your responsibility to keep it. Ladies, if you get a partner who is pure evil behind the scenes, you have to deal with it and trust that the Lord is a witness to this, and He does not bless abusers, Malachi 2:13-16. So He will handle it in His timing. Can you do this? Can you wait on God, who is patient even to your abuser, to take care of it while you bear the injustice? It is your duty to do so. Your vow to God outweighs your vow to your husband. The Bible never says for us to divorce our husbands if they beat, cheat, or hurt us. It says that if they let you go, then go in peace and consider yourself free. The Bible also tells us to turn the other cheek and forgive our enemies. Can you spend the rest of your life serving a person who wants to hurt you? And keep a pure heart for God? You may not ever have to worry about this, but the truth is that if you get this, it is your responsibility to deal with it. For people who do end up divorcing after abuse and heartbreak, God's grace covers that. But the point is, it's not His plan for us to promise Him that we will stick around for better or worse and then break the vow to Him. To prepare for marriage, be prepared to possibly deal with the worst, most inhumane treatment ever in life, selflessly with no reward. Then pray and praise the good Lord when He blesses you with someone who does not behave that way. We are told to not engage in anything that will take your heart, mind or focus from God. This can include marriage. Yes, go marry and be fruitful and multiply, but love God first before your marriage. How many people can truly do this? Marriage is going to bring out sides of you both that you never even knew, as you respond to each other's supposed injustices, pride, jealousy, bitterness, rage, unforgiveness, contempt, etc. Are you prepared to lay it down and say God first? Are you willing to say, this attack makes me feel this way because it feels deliberate and I don't deserve that, but God, remove the pride from my heart and help me to forgive? Forgive me for putting more value on their opinion of me than yours. Or are you going to stew in your feelings and hold grudges in the heart? Marriage can be beautiful, but it also makes you look at yourself and how you relate to or depend on God. A failed marriage can be a lonely road fighting the enemy within your own marriage, but you still have God. How many people can just have God? Or do they run out and depend on counselors, family and friends first? To prepare for marriage, keep your focus on God, and when the enemy starts telling you that you're running out of time and you'll never be married, tell him, well, if that's God's will, so be it. And keep on focusing on God. If it is His will, He will bless you with someone whose heart is just as focused on Him. You will learn to cling to God and not man, and so when the enemy rises against your marriage and introduces things intended to kill, steal, and destroy, you can continue to cling to God and come out on the other side. Because you know that it's not all about you and your spouse, it's about God.